My name is Brian Luciani, and I'm the Chief Growth Officer for SMB Franchise Advisors. And what we do is for the last 15 years, we've helped over 550 brands to franchise their business. And so whether that means starting from your existing business to franchising, bringing in your first couple franchisees, whether you're an existing franchisor and you're now looking to grow your business, you're stuck at 5 units, 10 units, 20 units. How can we and our team, 17 people now across all different disciplines as fractional experts, really help you from a CFO's financial perspective or a CMO's marketing perspective or a CDO's development perspective? And prior to coming into the team here about 2 years ago now full-time, I was an investment banker at Goldman Sachs for about 6 years, worked in operations and technology in all different parts of the firm for client coverage, and then also worked at Barclays and made direct investments into technology companies and help with the real community and ecosystem for startup founders. So working with startup founders in a very unique and value additive way is really in my blood. And this at SMB is a family business. My uncle has been in the franchise business for almost 40 years and has really built this company around the values and the principles that he set up at several other firms to make them successful. Places like Rita's Water Ice, Hollywood Tans, and numerous other brands across the United States. So when you think about starting to franchise your business, there's sort of 3 things that you need, right? And the first thing might take 3 or 4 months, and that's going to be your franchise disclosure document. So the thing in the United States that is standard across all franchise brands, what is going to be your disclosure of the amount of money it takes to start up, the kinds of people, the biographies of the founders, the cost or expectation of what you could make on running the business in an item 19. So there's 23 items that go into this document, and together with a franchise attorney, our team will help prepare that. My Chief Technology Officer, Director of Financial Planning, and our CFO spend the first 3 to 4 months of any project working on getting you to be a legal franchise company with this new document that you need across any of the United States where you want to launch your franchise. The next part of the process is all about marketing, branding, and sales. And so we have a chief marketing officer, a chief development officer. We have creative in-house with our executive team who are creative strategists. They're going to work on what do you need to talk about franchising? What are the things that tell your story, the brand story? We're going to do brand discovery. We're going to focus on creating assets for you like your website content, like the pull-up banners for a trade show or the brochures you might need, right? Whatever based on your concept. Are you mobile? Are you brick and mortar? Do you need a window click with a QR code, right? What are the things you need designed from a marketing perspective once we understand the branding story that we can build to tell that story, which will create the funnel for any potential franchisees that are coming into the system. And so when you think about signing a franchisee, from the time they sign to the time they open, what happens in that part of the development cycle? Are there real estate considerations? Do they need help reviewing a lease? What are things around architecture? Do you need HVAC in every single unit if it's a spa concept, right? What are these things that you're going to be leading a franchisee through that you as a franchisor have already done in your site? We're going to synthesize that into a custom sales process. We're going to work that process with you. My Chief Development Officer is there to guide every step of the way, every question you have as somebody gets to the point of being open as a franchisee. The last part is going to be all about operations, training, and compliance. What are the things that once a franchisee is open, they need to do to run the business? What are your brand standards? What are the things you have to do versus the things that you should do, right? Best practices. We're going to help create all of that and roll it up into a franchise operations manual. So a part of this is what you need to do, key in the door in the morning, key out the door at night, what you do all day. But a lot of what you need to do is really focused on training and people and building the brand standard. This is the exact shade of purple you can use. This is the exact territory and scope that you're going to be allowed to offer services in or provide services to. What are those services? If you're the spa concept I mentioned earlier, you can't start selling hot dogs in the front of the store, right? You have to do what the brand standards dictate to keep consistency in the brand. And so as a franchisor, that's your protection because these are independent operators, right? Running their businesses successfully, and you're going to support them to be successful, but really within the guide of what you envision the brand being as it scales. And so we'll create all that documentation, all that sort of process for you that you'll work through with your franchise candidate.